All right, so before we start the new module, there's something I needed to talk about concerning the branch management in our previous video. So let's go back there and let us try to actually sign up and create a new branch. So we are going to create, let's say we are creating Lisha B branch, right? And the name of the branch manager could be um, Tinuke, right? Then the email address can be lishaB at creditcrest. If there's anything like that, creditcrest.com, for example. Then you put the phone number here, so you can just pick up any phone number, right? Then of course you put in the address. So let's say this is going to be lishaB in Idiaba, right? Then click add branch. So the branch we created now is lishaB branch, which is this. So you can actually edit it. You can go to view. When you go to view, it takes you to a page that have the summary of all the transactions. So because it is a new branch, so you realize that there's nothing. There's nothing has been done so far. There's no new customer for the branch. There is no principal release. There's no loan disbursed, and there isn't any loan repayment. So that is why then there's no savings, there's no withdrawal, there's no balance, right? So because it's a new branch, then as transaction continues to pop in into the branch, then you can always get all the details here in real time. So as you are posting, it is recording and it is showing on this platform, right? So that is concerning the branch management. Then I will go straight to user management in this video. So user management happens to be people who are actually using the software, more like the staff, right? So the software allows you to add as many users as you want or as you have, right? So to do that, let's just go straight to add user. Then we come here to add user. Now, there's one fundamental things you need to put into consideration that has to do with account role, right? So here you have a list of some role that has been created on the platform as we speak. For example, you have account officer, you have loan officer, you have super admin, and you have a branch. So for example, this account I'm using is actually more like the super admin, right? So that can actually do a lot of, almost everything on the system, right? So now let's create a user. So once you create a user, let's say you're creating Akinpelu as the name of the person, and this is his phone number. So let us just pick the first one. I hope it goes right. Then here we are going to say info at lishaB.com. All right, so you can select a role. So if you select a role for account officer, this account officer is only going to be able to do all the permissions, all the rules that is assigned to it, all the functionalities that is assigned to it, right? So if you choose loan officer, he will be restricted to what loan officer is granted to do on the platform, and if it is super admin or branch admin. So all of that is actually very, very customizable, just like we've done also. So let's assume we are creating a new user, which is going to be more like a loan officer, and we are creating it into this which branch? Is it Ijaba branch or Awuri or Lishabi branch? So let's say we are going to Lishabi branch, then you click create account officer. Now it has been created. So if you go to manage user, so this is what you're going to have, right? This is what you're going to have. Now, so that is concerning the user management. Meanwhile, there's one other thing that has to be mentioned, and that is where we configure all these roles. For example, on this system, we have two loan officers, we have one super admin. So how do we control the accessibility? How do we limit the accessibility of the software to each of these categories of users, right? So that is where, let me create a new tab so that you can see clearly. So that is where we have this interface, right? So this interface is where you set where you how do I put it? How where you set permissions of what a user, a role, yes, a user can do on the system. For example, we have account officer. So you click here, set permissions. So when you click on set permissions, you're going to see all the permissions that exist on the system. So you now decide what and what do you want to assign to this account officer. What and what am I going to assign to maybe a loan officer, or so that can actually be done right from here. So it is only the ones that is ticked, that is checked, that is going to be saved when you click on save permissions. And once that happens, so you now realize that all these user that we have here that belongs to any of these roles is already limited to what he can do on the system, except through, the limitation set on on the permission that is assigned to the role, right? So that is concerning manage user. So, like I said, you can actually create as many users as possible, even if your staff strength is above 20, for example, right? So you can go on and assign different permissions and different roles to different users as the need arises, right? So that is concerning user management. So all these buttons, you can actually click on them and see what happens right there, right? So that is concerning user management. So we are going to move on to customer management. Like I said earlier, instead of making the video to be too lengthy, I'm going to cut this one now, then we'll take another video for customer management. Thank you.